Right, here we go. Back again. Back again. Alright? And today it is Meme of the Week. And like always, last week's winner. And this is, believe it or not, the 10th episode of Meme of the Week. And I said I would give it 10 and see how it goes. And yeah, I think I will continue. So yeah, indefinitely. And this was last week's contenders. But yeah, we do have a winner. And it was, number 4. And this said, so you acknowledge that the government is corrupt, but give them complete trust when it comes to medicine, health, and vaccines, right? And yeah, I'm sure that everyone has experienced these people. It will be friends and family. And yeah, they know the government are corrupt. And they know that they lie about everything. Let's face it. Tell me when the government have ever told the truth on anything. And it was a similar meme to number 3. And this one said, when I hear someone say the government would never do that. And yeah, I bet you've heard many people say that. And as you can see, there's things like MKUltra, the mind control operation, which is still on the go for sure, no doubt about it. But 9/11, that should probably be there as well, because that's a good one for a lot of sheep that say, oh, the government would never do that, when they do things that are actually 10 times worse, believe it or not. I'm sure most of you do know. But it's not just things like that. If you just look at the failures in terms of government failures, where they have failed the people, well, it's endless. And this is just lately, 5 days ago, The Guardian, Russia report reveals UK government failed to investigate Kremlin. Right, so that would come as no surprise whatsoever, because as always, the government are absolutely useless. They're pathetic, and a circus would do a better job, let's face it. The BMJ 4 days ago, COVID-19, government failed to protect staff during height of pandemic. The Guardian 3 days ago, UK failed to plan for economic impact of flu-like pandemic, says Watchdog. Right, so yeah, just another failure, and that's only of late, of course. 3 weeks ago, The Statesman, Anatomy of a Crisis, how the government failed us over coronavirus. What a surprise, right? And yeah, again, just another government failure of late. 2 weeks ago, the MJ, government failed to prepare on PPE, say MPs. And it was also echoed by hospital staff who said there wasn't enough. So even on simple things like PPE, they can't even get that right. They're pathetic, really. 6 days ago, iNews, government failed to safeguard public's data privacy in coronavirus test and trace programme. Right, so as you can see, they're not just pathetic, but they're pretty much, well, not pretty much, they are criminals. And everything that they do is not by mistake, that's for sure. They are stupid, but they're not that stupid. But of course, they ain't the ones being played. It's us that's being played. And I would be here all day listing the failures, only of late, remember. If you was to calculate all the failures in the last 20 years or 30 years in terms of the government, it would be staggering. And yeah, you would soon see a pattern for sure, because the government don't care about us. That is a definite. And they never teach us about becoming self-sufficient. They only want us dependent upon them. And that's it. And that's the way it is heading to complete dependency. And yeah, it's 1984 on fucking steroids. That is for sure. But hey, this is Meme of the Week. And with last week's winner now crowned, here is this week's contenders, or if you like, top 5. Alright, are you ready? Good. This is number 1, and it says, the day is coming soon to where good men are going to have to do bad things to very bad people. Yep, that I could not agree more. And this is number 2. Have you ever sat back and wondered how many people you've killed by spreading the flu in the last 10 years? ? Yeah, me either. Keep your manipulative guilt to yourself. This is number 3, and it's a lot of people with masks on, and it says, the new abnormal. Exactly. And yeah, that is exactly what it is. It's abnormal for sure. And this is number 4, and it says, I don't know about you, but I'm more concerned with extreme poverty, human trafficking, paedophilia, and war crimes. So don't lecture me about a virus with a mortality rate of 0.4%. Bang on, right? And this is number 5. How to build natural immunity. Eating healthy, clean water, exercise, nature, sunlight, conscious breathing, natural health, supplements, hugging loved ones, and laughter. What the government recommends: stay indoors, wear a mask, stay away from people, live in perpetual fear, and snitch on those who don't, relinquish your rights, inject yourself with toxins. Yep, sounds about right. And yeah, that is this week's top 5 memes. So yeah, as always, pick the number you want to win and put it in the comments, and I will calculate them up next week. And yeah, thanks again to everyone who has voted and who takes part and who has subscribed. I will leave a photo of the 5 memes at the end of this video, because I want to cover a few bits as well. And I'm sure you've all heard about this. This is from the Express 2 days ago. World War III, as always with the Express. Dangerous space. First, as Russia fires weapon from one satellite to another. Right, and now they're saying in the Guardian today, Britain will respond to space threat from Russia and China. Right, so it's all heating up a wee bit. And yeah, it looks like we could be heading into some sort of space war. Or is the Russians telling us that they want to shoot down Elon's Starlink or the OneWeb? And this one says, provocative test of weapon-like projectile from Russian satellite shows peaceful use of space is under threat, says Defence Secretary, and that's here in the UK, July 26, 2020. So yeah, it is heating up a bit, and this is all over at the moment, and even China have been piping up. And as you can see, the national interest online, China is ready for a space war. Right, so could this be where we see the next war taking place? America have already got the Defence Force, Space Force. So yeah, maybe this is where it's heading in terms of the new Third World War. Space war, Star Wars, right? But yeah, like any war, there is winners and losers. But the losers will be me and you. It won't be Putin or the Chinese guy or Trump or Johnson. They'll be perfectly fine, that's for sure, because they all bat for the same team. They're in the same club. And no, they don't give a fuck about us. That is for sure. And now I wanted to quickly cover a couple of bits on the vaccine. Couldn't resist it. And this is out today, the 26th of July. And it says corporate insiders pocket $1 billion in rush for coronavirus vaccine. So it looks like a very small number of people have hit the jackpot. Happy days, right? But of course, not for us. But as always, you know, the BBC, they're not a media platform anymore. To be honest, they probably never were. Let's face it. But they're a fact checker now. And that's it. They fact check for Bill Gates because he funds them. And we've covered that. We know that the Gates Foundation gives money to the BBC. And that is for sure. And as you can see, coronavirus, false misleading claims about vaccines debunked. July 25th, 2020. So they don't only debunk things about the masks and Bill Gates, but now they're debunking stuff about vaccines. How wonderful. And it says, claims about vaccines and Spanish flu. A meme circulating on social media claims vaccines were responsible for 50 million deaths during the Spanish flu pandemic in 1981. But this is completely wrong. Right. So, what's it going to tell us? BBC, work your magic, debunk it, right? And it says, firstly, as the US Centers for Disease Control states, there was no vaccine at the time. So there wasn't even any vaccine. And it then says, scientists in Britain and the US did experiment with basic bacterial vaccines, but these were not vaccines as we would recognise them today, says historian and author Mark Honingsbaum. Yeah, he is a bomb, alright. And it then says at the bottom, this was for the good reason that no one knew that the influenza was a virus. Right, so it was that deadly of a virus, they didn't even know that it was a virus at the time. And they tell us there was no vaccine, yet they then tell us that they were experimenting with a vaccine. So just a classic debunking from the BBC, where they actually basically tell us the truth. So yeah, the good old BBC, once again, giving the game away. But yeah, they are now basically fact checkers. There ain't a journalist there, that's for sure. If you want to defund anyone, then defund the BBC and fucking close it down forever, for good. And I wanted to cover this just finally, and this is in regards to the dangers of vaccines, because yeah, vaccines are dangerous stuff, like I have said. And you're basically dicing with death. And this is from the CDC. They go to the professionals, the experts, right? So you know it's good stuff. And this is in regards to the influenza vaccine and side effects. As you can see, soreness, redness and swelling where shot is giving. Fever, muscle aches and headache can happen after influenza vaccine. There may be a very small increased risk of Guillain-Barré syndrome (GBS) after inactivated influenza vaccine, the flu shot. Right, so you could get lots of pains and aches and fevers, but you could also get GBS. What is that? Well, we'll touch on that in a second. It then says, young children who get the flu shot along with pneumococcal vaccine PCV13 and or DTaP vaccine at the same time might be slightly more likely to have a seizure caused by fever. Tell your healthcare provider if a child who is getting flu vaccine has ever had a seizure. Damn straight. So there you go. It is dangerous stuff for children especially. And it then does say, people sometimes faint after medical procedures including vaccination, tell your provider if you feel dizzy or have vision changes or ringing in the ears. Right, so yeah, that sounds horrendous, that. And I haven't had a vaccine since I was in school. I've not had one my adult life, and I don't plan on having one ever. That is for sure. And if they put one anywhere near me, it'll be getting kicked straight into their face. That is for sure. And it does say at the very bottom, as with any medicine, there is a very remote chance of a vaccine causing a severe allergic reaction, other serious injury, or death. Damn straight. And that's the very last words on it. Surprise, surprise, they put it right at the bottom. But chances are that, yeah, it could cause a serious injury. And we mentioned at the start there about GBS. Well, what is Guillain-Barré syndrome? Well, Guillain-Barré syndrome is a rare disorder in which your body's immune system attacks your nerves. Fantastic. Weakness and tingling in your extremities are usually the first symptoms. These sensations can quickly spread, eventually paralysing your whole body. Fantastic, right? Now, what would you rather? Trusting in your immune system to fight off a flu, or risking a vaccine which could give you a fever, paralyse you, or possibly even kill you? Right, I know which one I would choose, that's for sure. Now, I wanted to give a shout out and a thank you to a channel, 2 channels in fact. But this one, Rebel Without a Pause, another Scottish comrade, of course. And I don't only want to thank Rebel Without a Pause for sharing my latest video in regards to the masks, and the journalist John Rappaport, a fantastic journalist, of course. But I also want to recommend his channel, and a lot of you probably are already on his channel. But if not, then make sure that you pop over and show your support. And I'm sure it's a channel that a lot of you will enjoy. That is for sure. So thank you to Rebel Without a Pause. Great stuff. And another channel that shared part of my video was another UK comrade, an English brother, Shield Destroyer 2. So thank you very much to you also. It's not often that I get to thank people for sharing my video. So yeah, that's fantastic. And yeah, I will link both of these channels in. And yeah, I recommend this one as well. So make sure you pop over to him as well. And yeah, show your support like you always do. Yous are a great bunch. I have a fantastic bunch of subscribers for sure. Well informed. That is a definite. Yeah, it's fantastic, and I can't thank you all enough for the support and for subscribing. It's been a fantastic journey so far. And yeah, long may it continue, right? So that is Meme of the Week. And someone did ask if I would leave a picture of the 5 at the end. So yeah, there you go. Happy birthday, right? And yeah, that is about it. Bye-bye.